one of those parks that are a 2-in-1 in the national park system.
Absolutely, can't argue with 3.
Exactly. Yeah.
80 miles an hour.
80.
Oh my God! Bam! Smash! Crash!
Bits of plastic raining
everywhere.
Don't miss it.
No.
It's an absolute must stop.
Absolutely.
In today's video, we have another interesting adventure.
Yes, memorable. Yes.
Very memorable, very memorable. We visited the Petrified National Forest and Painted Desert.
Right.
It's kind of one of those parks that are a 2-in-1 in the national park system. If you've seen our video on Crystal Forest, we'll link it down below.
Right.
Yeah, that is where we actually kind of stayed and squatted the night before. It is right at the southern entrance to Petrified Forest.
So you could stay there and go into on the south entrance, or you could go through the park and stay there at night.
Exactly, exactly. And that's what we did because it was free.
Absolutely. Can't argue with 3.
Exactly.
Yep.
All right. So Petrified Forest is open from 8 to 6 technically, although you will see a sign we'll show you that says be in your vehicle and heading out by 6:30. So there might be some leeway there. There are sort of automated gates.
Yes.
And at the south entrance there, I think you need like a special pass if you're going in, like to make the gate open. But if you're coming out, I think the gate will just open for you.
But you can get in line like people did. And when that magic number time comes, the gate opens.
Yep. So we were there, watch people start lining up. We were like the 5th car in line, just like a minute past 8.
Yep.
And we made our way into the park. There you go. There. And the first thing you'll come to is the Rainbow Forest Visitor Center.
Yep. Nice little visitor center.
It was. There was a lot of exhibits.
Yes, it was amazing. I mean, there was, you know, stuff on the hanging from the ceiling. There was artifacts. There was, you know, it was well done.
Yeah, I was surprised. You do find some national parks that really do a nice job of explaining the history of the area and
of
the
that
geology.
Specific park, and geology is very important to this park.
Exactly. And so that was one of these parks. Now, what we haven't mentioned is this was an incredibly windy day. We don't just mean, you know, breezy 40-mile-per-hour winds.
Very windy day.
Right. There were gale force winds.
Gale force winds.
Yeah.
Gale was really forceful that day. Yes, she was.
Reaching 80 miles per hour. But we had 80.
80. Sorry, can you say that again?
Yeah.
80 miles an hour.
80.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So we had already made our plans though. So we were like, you know what? We're just going to do this.
We're going to
make the best of it.
We're going to fight through the storm.
And that's what we did.
We sure did.
All the way around that first trail.
Oh my. Yeah, the first trail.
So we did at the visitor center. There's an introductory trail there. And we fought the wind the entire way.
We leaned into the wind. And when I say leaned in, you didn't have a choice. You leaned in. I mean, I had my hat on. I had something holding my hat on. I mean,
it was crazy.
It was.
But, so, there's plenty of parking there.
Yes. RV parking.
Yes.
No problem.
More than you'd ever need.
Yeah, you could get a whole RV convention going there.
Yeah. And the roads through the park are,
nice.
You know, not super wide, but they're perfectly fine paved for an RV. So had no issues with our 45 feet. Now, you will know and take a close look at their map and then follow up online if you need to, and then just enter any area cautiously because there are areas that are a little bit tighter turnarounds. Okay. So
it may not be suitable for RVs.
Right. Depending on length, if you're towing, etc.
Right.
So do be sure to check their maps
closely.
Do your
research.
And ask the ranger at the visitor center before
Absolutely.
you. I think our next stop, or the one after, which was Crystal Forest Trail, I believe it is, which is one of the major stops. And you can see lots of petrified logs and a great landscape. A nice paved trail, a little hilly up and down. It's like a mile or something.
But nicely, I mean, it's paved, so even if you had a disability and you needed to ride your cart, you could.
Exactly. So it's a perfect trail. It's to see and get a good idea of
when
the
it's
park.
not windy.
when it's not windy.
Yeah.
That is a trail where we really fought the winds. But before we got on the trail,
we pulled into the parking lot and thought, okay, you know, debating, are we going to do the trail or not do the trail? As we were debating, bam, smash, crash. Holy, what in the world? Just
what is that?
Did a petrified log hit us or what? Holy, and then we're sitting looking out, and there it goes. Shards
bits
everywhere.
of plastic raining
Everywhere. It's like, what just happened?
Yeah. And if you've had this happen to you, you know exactly what happened without us telling you.
Comment below. We want to hear about your story.
And so we get out of the rig and we look up on the roof, and sure enough,
guess what's not there?
Our air conditioning shroud had shredded.
Gone. I mean,
it was a shredded shroud.
Gone. Shredded shroud. Ain't nothing there.
So
the wind had grabbed that thing and said, I want this. And it took it. It sure did.
So you can imagine how windy it was. So we did, despite that, we're like, huh,
well, okay.
There's nothing we could do now.
No.
And we went and we fought the wind that entire
and enjoyed the trail.
We did. And then when we got back to the parking lot, we're like,
you know, respect your location.
We say that all the time.
We say respect your location. So you know what we did? We got bags, 80-mile-an-hour blurst, but we're going to wander around the parking lot looking for shards.
Pick up all these shards.
As much shards as we could possibly pick up.
Yeah, it was crazy. I think we got most of them.
Yeah, we did. We did.
Oh, anyway. So then we made our way on, and just be careful that, like we said, there are some side roads that not the best for turning around, not large parking areas.
Correct.
So just be cautious. We did go through the Blue Mesa. It is a loop road.
Beautiful. Great for RVs.
Lots of great pull-offs.
Absolutely.
And if it's not too busy, you won't have a problem pulling off in your RV because there are plenty of them and they come up very frequently. So don't feel badly. If you miss one, it was too busy, you can hit the next one.
Photography, gorgeous. I mean, I'm showing some panoramas here.
Yeah.
It was one of the better places to take photos.
And toward the end, if you can find enough space and your rig's not too big, you can actually do the trail. We did not do that trail because between the parking and the length we were and the wind.
Let's emphasize wind just in case you forgot.
We were like, moving on.
Yeah.
But it was well worth doing that loop trail.
Yes.
And then I think the next thing, maybe, I don't remember the order, it was the petroglyphs.
Petroglyphs, I think that was
Newspaper rock. It is sort of a loop parking lot. It is a little bit tight, but there was plenty of parking. We were able to make that loop and find enough space to park our 45 feet and enjoy that for 5 minutes or 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, it was windy, so we're just going to get out. We're going to enjoy it. We're going to get back in the rig.
Blew out and blew back in.
Right, woo! And in we come. Yeah.
And then making our way north, towards the Painted Desert, there is the old alignment of Route 66.
Route 66. Aww.
They have an old rusted out Studebaker there.
Yeah, adorable. Yeah, a little signage, a little table. You look at that. You look at the, the telephone poles. There's where Route 66 was.
There's a dirt lot you can pull out there.
Yeah.
Not the most ideal, but yeah, you can make it work.
We moved on.
And then we moved on.
Yeah.
And then really one of the highlights.
Yes.
Painted Desert Inn.
Beautiful.
Another large parking lot, plenty of space.
Plenty of places. Stop for this.
You've got to stop.
Got to stop.
So this was an old Harvey House.
Harvey House, yeah.
Yes. And so you'll hear us talk about Harvey House more than Harvey House. Why am I having such a
I don't know. Harvey Horse, he had a horse too, maybe. I don't know.
He might have.
He might have.
It was the Old West.
Yes, true.
So lots of great things. It was like a trading post. Then they did an inn for a while. It's a visitor center, museum type now.
They've redone it. They brought in one of the original architects or something. She was. And she helped redo when they rebuilt it.
And there's a beautiful patio there.
Oh, my goodness. The stained glass on the ceiling.
Yeah, don't miss it. It's an absolute must stop.
Absolutely.
Where is an absolute must not stop?
You must not stop. Okay, if you're coming in from the north and going south, this will be your first thing. And we'd almost say, avoid it. Okay, just
Well, part of the problem, there was parking, and there were actually
Plenty of parking.
You know, designated long spaces.
Yeah,
but
great.
But the problem was they were renovating the visitor center. So what was the main visitor center was sort of closed, and there was a temporary visitor center, which is kind of weird. There is a larger restaurant, cafeteria there, small gift shop, etc. there. But I would almost say the southern visitor center is better.
By far.
And I'd almost rather do this south. If you're going eastbound, do this south to north. If you're going westbound, yes, and you want to, you don't have the extra time, don't want the extra miles, north to south, but I almost think it's better south to north.
Go straight on past this, go right to the Harvey House, enjoy that, and head south.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I know they're rebuilding, and eventually I'm sure it will be just absolutely stunning place, but until it gets rebuilt, it ain't no stunning.
Well, let us know if you do stop when it has been fully renovated.
Tell us what you think.
Yeah.
Should we go back and see this beautiful structure that they've done?
It is more modern. It looks more out of place after having visited the Painted Desert Inn.
And Harvey House. The Harvey House feels Route 66. It feels historic. It is just beautiful.
Yeah, it's very Adobe. It's
nice.
Gorgeous.
Very nice.
All right. So, yeah, we loved Petrified Forest. It's a great stop along 66. It is the only national park that was traversed by the old Route 66.
Yes.
So be sure to check that out along your way. Hopefully you enjoyed the video.
Absolutely.
As always, like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and
keep on trekking.